We've got a chance right now to talk to the new Melrose girls basketball coach. This is Josh Meyer, and he'll visit with us, and we'll find out more about how you got the job and what you expect. Congratulations, first of all.
Well, thank you.
All right. Let's talk about, first of all, you graduated from Melrose, right?
Yep. The year 2007 I graduated. Then I went off to St. Cloud State. Worked with the boys program there for 4 years. Really enjoyed it. All my roommates and stuff were all from the basketball team. Got a chance to work with Kevin Schlegel and Matt Reimer. Kind of learned ins and outs of how to run a program, I guess. So it was a great experience. So,
let me go back to 2007. You know how the years go together. Who are the guys that you played with back then?
Some of the main guys would have been like Seth Gieske, Kurt Bertram, Brad Wehoff. Those were kind of our seniors that played.
Okay.
So
and just to the girls too.
That would have been like Hannah Reeland. I'm trying to think of who else.
It wasn't that long ago.
I know. I'm getting older, and I kind of forget. Okay. I just know that she was on the team, and I'm drawing a blank.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Let's talk about your teaching position and the degree that you have. Tell us about that, okay?
I got my special education degree from St. Cloud State. It's in emotional behaviors. Took a year and went over to Staples Motley. Did some teaching at the middle school level. Got a chance to come back home here the next year, which was last year. I got high school EBD kids, and I really thoroughly love working with them every day. So that's kind of what I'm doing now as far as teaching. I reffed last year. I got to coach the 7th grade girls last year, so that was a great opportunity. Other than that, I love the kids here, and I think it's great. Mm-hmm. So
let's. I want to know a little bit more about the teaching in the aspect of what are the challenges that you face with that, and what kind of characteristics do you think you have in order to do that?
I think the kids need structure that I work with, consistency on a daily basis. They know when they come to class what's going to happen. The same things are lined out every day. They really need that structure, and I'm really good at that and communicating with them. Another thing they need a role model or someone to build a relationship with, and so I feel like I'm very good at building that relationship with my students and getting the respect from them as well as they get it from me. So
then when you think about teaching, obviously coaching is like teaching. Do you draw the same things then as far as coaching basketball?
Yep. I think good work habit, building relationships with the girls is huge, as well as communicating with them. We're constantly communicating back and forth, and I think that's the only way to go about it. So,
tell us about the process of the basketball coach and becoming the basketball coach here at Melrose. What was that process like?
We went through some interview process. They were hiring for a couple of Phi Ed teachers as well as a couple of other teachers. So we all kind of threw our names in a hat, if you will. They did a nice job of screening through that process, doing interviews. I did a couple of interviews with Ruoff, as well as they interviewed a Phi Ed teacher, as well as I think an elementary teacher. And so it was kind of nerve-wracking, but I don't know. I'm just really excited that they picked me. So,
we didn't touch on. I didn't ask you. What did you play at Melrose here when you were at school?
I played basketball and baseball. I was a captain of the basketball team as well as the baseball team. I played baseball for 3 years and basketball for 2 at the varsity level. Mm-hmm. So,
here's what I remember about watching you play basketball. You're the type of a guy that you get out there at half court. The kid's coming up against you. You get down in that defensive stance and slap that floor and get after him. Is that the kind of a coach that you are?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get after people. I kind of coming from Dusha and Schlegel, they require kids to get on the floor and hustle after balls and play defense. It's always nice to put the ball in the basket, but I feel like if you can guard people, you can win games, because shots are made and missed on a daily basis. But if your defense is up there and your hustle is up there on a consistent basis, night in and night out, I think you can be successful. So
let's talk about the team here a little bit, because some of these girls have been around as varsity players for a while. What do you know about them, and what do you expect to get out of them?
Well, the first thing I'm going to use is Chris Anderson, who's been around for a while. He's one of my good friends and one of the people I'm going to turn to learn a little bit about the girls. I got 5 starters back from last year, as well as I think a couple of role players. We just had a tournament yesterday in Fergus Falls, and I felt like I learned a lot about what they like to do and what they don't like to do and where they like to get the ball. As well as we had a team camp here a couple of weeks ago, and I got to learn, ins and outs of girls and a little bit about their playbook because they've been, like you said, they've been playing for a while. So I don't want to come in and change everything because they've been playing for a long time and they kind of know the game. So I'll use their knowledge as well as CA's, and then I'll throw in my little wrinkles here and there. So it's kind of nice having all those girls back. You can kind of rely on them a little bit to take ownership and leadership on the floor.
Well, I think it goes back to what you were saying. It's a give and take type thing, and I know some of those girls have played a lot of basketball. They know what's going on, and so are you willing to listen to them and work it all out?
Absolutely. Yesterday at Fergus, for instance, the last team we played they played kind of a matchup 2-3 or 3-2 zone, I should say, 3-2 zone, and I relied on the girls with some of their plays that they've been running for years. They're like, "Hey, coach, can we try this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." They've been, like I said, they've been playing for a while. They know how the game works, and so it'll be a give and take there with the girls.
So is it fair to ask you any style of play, offensively or defensively? What do you think?
We're still kind of getting into that. We don't have a lot of numbers out, and so my bench is going to be a little shorter. So we'll probably be more of a half-court team. I personally love to get up and down the floor, but just with the girls we have, and we'll do a little bit of that, but we'll be a half-court kind of team. We'll get after it defensively a little bit, maybe pick up some full-court stuff. Like I said, I love to play defense, so we'll.
Yeah, okay. Now, as a head coach, though, too, I'm also thinking, too, it's got to be the well-rounded program. It's just not about this year. What about the younger kids, and where do you see that all going?
We're gonna get a philosophy going here. I haven't met with all of my coaches, but we'll meet here shortly and get a philosophy going as far as what kind of plays we're going to run and the style we're going to get. I honestly haven't had a chance to meet with all my coaches, so it's kind of unfair for me to say what it's going to be until I get some of their input, because they've been working with them longer than I have. So
and, even beyond that too, with the little kids, elementary stuff and camps and what have you, where do you see that all going?
I got to get girls out, and so we've done a few camps already this summer where I had the little girls and we had lots of fun and we just played basketball and we taught them the basic skills. I guess the key for me is I got to get girls out and having fun to start out with, as well as learning the fundamentals. So we'll start there.
Because you have to face the facts too. Melrose has gymnastics, which is great. Dance line, which is great, but you need basketball players too.
Yep, and we're competing with, like you said, the state gymnastics team every year. We're competing with them in the dance line, and so I think you got to target specifically the young girls, get them active, get them interested, get them out. So we're going to target there to kind of build our program up as we go. So,
well, I will say, just knowing you and just talking with you now, it's a good young enthusiasm, and go get them, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right. So I should ask you, too, are you going to coach anything else?
I'm looking at coaching like junior high baseball. I don't know too much about football. I love football, but I don't know too much about it, so I'll probably just stick to reffing football. But hopefully I can get involved in the baseball program somewhere along the line, because I love baseball too. So,
all right. Well, real good. All right, thank you, and good luck. We'll keep in touch, okay?
Right.
Here on Mid-Minnesota Sports, we've been talking with the new Melrose girls basketball coach. This is Josh Meyer.